YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today is Friday. It is a brand new promo day, and for today's video we are going to be talking about Fodder, the investment we mentioned in the previous video, and we are going to be looking into Road to the Final cards again. We did it in the previous video as well, but we're going to look into them again because I keep getting asked, Teddy, should I buy this card? Teddy, I packed this card. What should I do with it? I want it for my team. When should I buy them? So we're going to kind of recap that again and just talk about trading with Road to the Final cards and sort of how they work. But before we talk about all that, we have to talk about content today on Friday. If you want to have millions of coins in FIFA 23 like me, go to u7buy.com for cheap, fast, and reliable FIFA coins. Make sure you use code TEDDY at checkout to get 5% off your order. Link is in the description down below. Content today on Friday was pretty great. The Road to the Final promo team was, I guess, better than I was expecting. Some of the predicted stats, like I think Firmino's card may have been like 3 ratings less than the one that actually came out. So pretty solid cards that came out. We have mini release as well on Sunday, and the cards leaked in mini release, I don't think any of them look that good. So if you want to open your packs right now, it's not that big of a deal. And for team 2, I don't know if we're gonna have a team 2 for this promo. No one said anything yet, and if it goes off of last year, they did like some tiny mini release team 2 thing. It didn't really make too much sense. But let's go into the squad building challenges now. After looking at the team, we have another, I guess, Road to the Final card, and it is an SBC Moussa Diaby. This guy looks pretty solid, and on top of being solid, he is fairly cheap. So that made some of his links actually go up in price a little bit, but they're kind of back down in price. The main card I would be talking about is Frimpong, and I'd maybe be looking towards him as a potential investment. He was 30,000 coins, and then after the SBC came out, I think he went up to almost 40,000 coins, and right now he's back down at like 30,000 coins again. He also links to the new Malin Road to the Final that came out, a Netherlands player in the Bundesliga, so that could potentially be another card to help this Frimpong go up in price. Definitely keep an eye on him. When it comes to Team of the Week cards, their low days are usually Saturday if they're like a fodder type Team of the Week, but if they're a decent usable Team of the Week card, I'd say their low day is more like Sunday when a big icon or a hero SBC comes out and it causes some panic on the market. So definitely Frimpong is one of those cards you want to keep an eye on as we go throughout the weekend. And that is it for the Diaby SBC. And moving on from there, we also got a daily SBC. I'm going to go to the live section so it's easier to find it. We got a UCL late winner. Do they say what it's for? Real Madrid against Inter in the group stages. That's kind of cool. But yeah, we got that SBC. Nothing too crazy. And we knew this was coming. The 89 plus FIFA World Cup Prime Icon refreshed. Someone in the comments didn't believe me that it was refreshing. So there you go. That refreshed today on Friday. It expires on Sunday. And the campaign player pick, that should refresh tomorrow on Saturday. And that kind of makes me want to go into Fodder now. So Fodder, buying it. Before we go into buying it, let's talk about what we did with the current investment. So I told you guys in the previous video, 86 overall cards. That's what we were buying. When I looked at all the ratings of Fodder, 86 was the main rating that I wanted to target. It's the one that I was thinking would probably have the best return profit wise. I did say, you know, if you have Fodder and you want to wait till Friday to maybe sell it so you minimize the amount of loss that you had. Like I had a bunch of 88s and 85s still, and they were down. 88s were like 30K. Today they bounced back up to like 34,000 coins almost. For 85s that were like 12K, they went up to I think 13.5, somewhere around there. So I minimized the amount of coins I was losing by doing that. We did see a nice little rebound on Fodder, and for the 86s, I sold these ones late, but they were mainly selling for like 18,000 coins, and we bought them all for 16K. And even today on stream, I streamed before content, and before content we were looking at 86s, still 16,000 coins. I thought because I said to buy it on Twitch, I said to buy it on Discord, I said to buy it on YouTube, I thought, you know, they would have gone up in price, but they didn't. They were still 16,000 coins. The SBC came out, it refreshed, and 86s went all the way back up to 18,000 coins. Some, I think Mendy, the Chelsea goalkeeper, was like 18,500 coins. So that was good profit there. If you joined in on that, I made a couple extra 100,000 coins, which helped out with the loss, because I'm at like 23 mil right now, but I was at 25 mil a week ago. So I ended up losing 2 mil off of the Kalulu mess up, the high rated fodder. It wasn't even a bad investment week. It's just I bought too many different ratings and I couldn't sell the high rated fodder when they were high because they were stuck behind the low rated fodder. So I got into a bit of a mess with that. But yeah, when it comes to buying fodder, this weekend is kind of weird just because the icon refreshed on Friday and that campaign player pick SBC refreshes on Saturday, tomorrow. So it's kind of keeping fodder up in price a little bit. And it's making me think, do I really want to buy it? It's not getting low to a point where I'm like obsessed with it. And I feel like if I do buy fodder, I'm going to have almost the same week that I just had where, you know, there could be good profit, but maybe they don't rise a crazy amount to a point where it's really not even that worth it to do it. So I'm not really thinking about fodder too much. I'm even having people tell me, hey, Teddy, these 85s are like 11, what were they, 11.75 or something like that? Let me see. 11.75. Are they? No, they're not even. They're what, 12K? 12,000 coins. I'm still not even crazy about that. I'd say if they go down to like 10K, maybe even below 10K, when I'd start to think maybe, okay, I'll buy again. So there's that with fodder. I'm not really too crazy about it. I'll let you guys know maybe Saturday or Sunday if it gets really low, if I'm going to buy it. But right now, I'm not even thinking about it. Now, moving on from fodder in our investment, dub investment, by the way, GG if you joined in on that. The next thing, road to the final cards. That's what I want to talk about. Also, hi guys. I forgot, I didn't mention. I don't want to just do a video and have two random people in the background and not say anything. So, mother, Uber driver. Okay, continuing. Now, road to the final cards. Everyone's been asking about buying them, using them for their teams. When should you buy them? So when it comes to these cards, we're going to have supply pretty much all weekend. We'll have maybe Champions League marquee matchups. We'll maybe have, normal marquee matchups, just a lot of supply. So I am likely staying away from most of them. When we looked at them last year, we did it in the previous video, they really didn't drop. They stayed pretty steady. I think the only way I'll be buying a lot of these cards this weekend is if on Sunday, a big icon SBC comes out and we see a lot of panic on road to the final cards. That's probably the only way I'll be like, all right, I just saw a really big drop off on these cards. I'm going to buy them now. Unless the only way I'll be buying them this weekend is if they are a team that is playing this week. I don't want to go buy a Chelsea player, a Spurs player, any team that already played. I don't want to buy them because they're not playing this week. They're playing, what is it, in like 2 weeks? I don't want to buy that card. I'd want to buy someone like Raspadori because he plays for Napoli. And guess what? They play on Tuesday. Someone like Barella, he plays for Inter. They play on Wednesday. Those are cards that I'd be saying, okay, you know what? I can maybe buy them now, and then a lot of hype will build up for these cards and they'll go up going into the game. So I'm thinking about that. And I'll give you the perfect example of that. We're going to go back and look at last year. Quadrado. This guy played one of the first games after the promo came out. Here we go. Friday, Saturday. Friday, he was 183K. He probably had a low time as well on Friday. But then going into the week, he actually went up in price going into his game, which was on Wednesday. He had a game on Wednesday, and he went from basically 108, let's say 180K. Probably had a nice low point, all the way up to around 200,000 coins. And then they had the game on Wednesday, and they actually drew against, I think maybe it was Villarreal, and we see him come down on Wednesday, 153K. And then if you watch the previous video, the low day for every single road to the final was Thursday. Pretty much every single road to the final, the low date was Thursday. So that's basically what I'm thinking. I don't know if I'm going to touch any of these road to the final cards until Thursday, unless it's someone like Raspadori. Quadrado plays his game on Wednesday. Raspadori plays his game on Tuesday. They go up into the hype of the game. So that's really the only thing I'm thinking of. And a good thing about waiting till Thursday as well with the teams that are playing is if the team draws, if they lose, if they win, if you see a nice dip on their price, you can trade off of that dip. Like Quadrado, say Raspadori, Napoli. They draw against, who are they playing? Frankfurt, I think. If they draw against Frankfurt, Raspadori is probably going to come down a really good amount, and that would give us, you know, a really good price to invest in him. Another card I want to show, this is just a good example of a road to the final card that loses their game. Here we go with Emre Can. This one was painful. They lost their game before the road to the final promo came out, and road to the final comes out. He is down in price, and they go to play their game on Thursday. What happens? They lose, and boom, they are out, and he's no longer a live card. So that's pretty sad for that. But that basically kind of shows the graphs on everything. I'm not touching road to the final cards unless something happens where they crash in price on Sunday. That's really one of the only ways I'll be buying them right now. Overnight flips, you could try that. And if I'm doing any type of overnight kind of flip, it's really only going to be the cards that play Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday, but Thursday is when I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. One of those examples is the Ferran Torres and the Martial. Here we go. Where is it? Road to the final. We'll go look at Ferran Torres real quick. Is it 1R? No, it's 2Rs. Ferran Torres. There we go. So how much is this dude? I thought he would have been cheap. Is he actually a good card? He's 170K. There's no way he's still 170K. 168. Really? Okay, so he's about 170,000 coins. Is this card good? I guess he's decent. But these guys play on Thursday, but the thing is they play against Manchester United. I'd say, though, whoever wins this game is probably going to go up a decent amount because that's a big head-to-head. We'll see how that goes. Tough match there. But, yeah, I don't know if I would want to, one, risk that, but two, Thursday, it's so late in the week. At that point, we could have had Champions League marquee matchups, normal marquee matchups, rival supply. There's a lot of supply going into that, so I don't know if I'd really want to buy those cards. The only ones really, I can't even pull the squad up here. I can pull it up on here. I don't know why I don't just do that. So, cards that played midweek. Barella, Firmino, and Alaba, but I'm not going to get... You have to have some big balls to gamble on Real Madrid up against Liverpool. That's way too tough of a game. Really, the only cards profit-wise, I'm just going to keep repeating myself, Raspadori and Barella. Those are the only two cards I'm watching. And for Thursday, I think there's going to be some interesting cards to buy. Atal looks ridiculously good. The alternate position of CDM, right wing, right mid, wild. On top of that, Malin looks really solid. How much is this guy now? Is he 80K? He's below 80,000 coins. That's crazy low. For this card, they have a 1-0 lead against Chelsea. And if they beat Chelsea again, that means he gets 2 upgrades. He'll go to an 89 overall card. I mean, this guy will probably go up a really good amount going into that second game. So I think there's a lot of really good investment windows in some of these cards, but we're going to have to wait, I think, till later in the week. So that is that with the road to the final cards. I want to mention as well with the Serie A players, I think there is a Spinazzola left back SBC that is leaked. This dude should be getting a card. Road to the final. I think Sheriff leaked it on Twitter. It's just what my chat on Twitch told me. I'm going to be honest, I didn't look at it myself, but I'm going to trust everybody on Twitch. If this gets a card that's going to help out Serie A cards even more, that should help out Raspadori more, that should help out Barella, and honestly any other Serie A card. It depends on the price. Usually Serie A SBCs tend to be kind of cheap, so if Spinazzola is cheap, a lot of people will do them, and link investments could do good. Now, the last thing I want to mention is if you guys are kind of stuck and you're like, well, what am I supposed to do while I'm waiting for Thursday? You guys can do special trading. You can do lazy listing. So something like 10, 20, 30. I talk about this filter all the time. It doesn't even have to be this. Just make it special, min price, at least 10,000 coins. And that will allow special cards to show up. And all you do, this is why I like it, it takes zero knowledge. Just find a card with a bid. Once you see a card with a bid, the older the card, the better. When it's sort of a newer promo card, you're not as likely to be getting good deals. But look, Plata, he had a 17,000 coin bid. I'll look him up on Footbin. 18,250 coins is probably what I can sell him for. When I see this bid here at 17.25, It's not worth my time with 5% tax. And it's as simple as that. If you go higher budget, just min price 30K, just do stuff like that, or up the min buy now a lot. And there you go. Bada bing, bada boom, you can special trade. And then another thing is lazy trading. It's just buying cards and lazy listing them. I know Luke Shaw has a second team of the week. I like doing it with cards that have second team of the weeks. Frimpong is another example. Frimpong could actually be a really good card this week. Let's look at Frimpong, for example. So what you would do is look at the card. Let's see. I'm going to check him out on Footbin. What does Footbin have him listed at price-wise? Footbin says he's 29K. So if he's 29,000 coins, I'd probably try to buy him for like, I'd say 28K. Let's just see real quick. We'll go 29K. And I'm actually going to do bait. You know what? He's a right wing back. This is a good way to kind of find the cards better. So I'll go right wing back. And boom, search. So someone packs him there. See? So 27. I bought it. Awesome. Now, to lazy list him, the thing is, when a card has 2 team of the weeks, it's hard to search for it because you can't search up second team of the week. So lazy listing these kind of cards like Luke Shaw, it's a bit easier. So if I'm buying this guy at 28K, meanwhile he's selling for like 29K, I'll then try to list them up for like 32,000 coins, and I'll make, what is that, almost like 2,000 coins per card. I bet if I filled my transfer list with cards doing that, I'd make some good coins for sure. So that's definitely something you can be doing. Just fill like 80 slots on your transfer list with cards like Frimpong, Luke Shaw, even just current promo cards. Who would be decent? Let me look at the current promo. Who would be good from this promo? If you wanted to trade with a road to the final and lazy list them, I would say someone like, honestly, there's no one that's like cheap enough. Maybe Miranda. Maybe Miranda you could do some lazy listing with because he's low budget, but he's somewhat decent of a card where he's not necessarily fodder price. But that's it. We talked about road to the final trading. It's really just waiting till Thursday, unless it's someone like Raspadori. I am thinking about full sending Raspadori. I'm thinking about it because the dude looks nice. And Napoli are in great form. They'll probably smack Frankfurt. And I think there'll be a lot of hype. I really think at some point this weekend, there's going to be a nice, solid low point. And going into the game on Tuesday, there's going to be good profit. It's just, is the low point now, tonight, in like a few hours? Let's just check his price. Before I end the video, let's just check Raspadori's price. How much is this guy? We've talked about it on Twitch. We talked about it in the Discord. I am really watching this card. I think there's good profit. I'm losing like over 100K on him at the moment because I actually bought him when he was 140K. And right now he is 129, 128. Dang, yeah, I'm watching it. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. If they beat Frankfurt and they go to the next round, he's an 88 overall. Add 2 minimum, at least, +2 to every single stat. It's a good looking card. So keep an eye out on that one. I think there's a lot of profit on this card. Out of all the cards, I think is my favorite. Low budget, maybe Miranda. Higher budget, Borrella, but kind of riskier. Come in. Everyone wants to come in here when I'm filming a video. And we have someone on FaceTime. We have one of my fans on FaceTime. Amazing. All right, I'm signing out here. Twitch live stream, Discord, description down below. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.